Hey folks, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to focus on some stuff that you can do at home to help you improve your overall striking capacity. We're basically just going to work on footwork and stance. Super important stuff. This is aimed at beginners, but even more intermediate and advanced people can benefit from this. If your stance isn't good, then nothing else you do is going to be good. Like if your stance sucks, everything else is going to be kind of right? If your stance is strong and your footwork strong, then everything else will be able to get strong too. So your stance and your footwork are your foundations. If it's weak, the rest of your game is going to be weak. If it's strong, you're going to be able to grow and grow and grow and grow. Especially later on as you start getting into the more advanced, complicated stuff, you don't have to be thinking about your footwork or your stance. It should be automatic, it should be built in, so you can focus on the more important things, tactics, strategies, different techniques and stuff like that, okay? So make sure you get your stance right off the bat. And if you just spend like 2-3 minutes a day, shadow box a couple rounds doing this type of stuff, super easy. You don't need any extra equipment. You don't need even to do a warm up or anything like that. Just put some tape on the ground, some painter's tape, and go from there, okay? So, I have my painter's tape on the ground. Do use painter's tape or masking tape. Don't use duct tape. You don't want to mess up your floors. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it sure it's shoulder width apart. So for most people, you can kind of just bounce up and down and your feet are gonna be shoulder width apart. I also wanna make sure it's shoulder width back, okay? So it doesn't matter if I'm standing facing this way or if I'm facing this way. The distance is the same, side and back. You can also take your feet and do this. Put your feet together, go 1, 2, and then a half turn here, and both of the balls of your feet should be on there. If I do it this way, it's pretty much the same thing. 1, by the time I do this, it's gonna be my heel on that tape, but I'm just gonna pivot it one more time. Same thing. So now I'm having equal distance side to side and back and forth. Okay. Now I have my tape. I want to keep my feet on the tape all the time. So I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna step forward, pushing off my back leg and sliding up. Not stepping and dragging my leg. Pushing off the back leg as I go forwards. Once I get to the end, I'll go backwards. Super basic stuff. But again, this is not something you want to skip over. It's very important that you have this right. Most beginners, they start off this way, and then they start to turn, and they start thinking about their punches, and the next thing you know, they're standing sideways, they're eating leg kicks. If it's MMA, you're gonna leave yourself open for takedowns. Make sure the lead foot, in my case, my left foot, is pointed towards forwards along the tape, okay? So once I get to here, I go forwards, I go backwards, I'm gonna get to here, I'm gonna go to my side. Once I've done my footwork, you start getting a little bit better, you're gonna start using your jab. So I'm gonna step forward, jab, jab, jab. You go backwards, same thing. Jab and go backwards as you jab. Both good. I go sideways, same thing. Stepping as I jab, or just throw your jab, step sideways. If you're a beginner, it's better to break everything down. Throw the jab first, step to the side. Throw the jab, step to the side. Okay, if you're a little bit more advanced, you can step as you punch. Same thing with my cross now. I'm gonna step in, jab, cross. Stepping in, jab, cross. Making sure I'm always back in a good stance with my feet the right distance apart. Going backwards, same thing. Jab, cross, move backwards, or step jab. Bring this other foot, cross. Bit more advanced, but you can still do it. So beginners, jab, cross, then move. More advanced folks, you can step back on that jab, bring your foot back on the cross in here. And you can switch up the punches too. You can be a cross hook or something like that as well. You can step back on the cross and throw a left hook. But making sure that you keep your feet on the tape. Okay, so like I said, if you're not a beginner, you're more advanced, you can still benefit from this very basic drill. Okay, going sideways, same thing. Keeping my feet here, stepping off, jab, cross, and then step. Going to my left, same thing. So a 3-minute round might look like something like this. Spending 1 minute doing just the footwork. Turn to the side, same thing. Bell rings, it's the 2nd minute. You're gonna do just your jab. Third minute, coming in, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, again, just making sure your feet are on the tape the whole time. So just a quick story, back in the day I used to train at the gym called The Garage. I taught classes there and there was a boxing coach there. His name was Nelson Ali. And all his new students would come in, he would have them for the first 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just doing footwork. That same drill pretty much in front of a mirror, that's all they got to do. The second week, they would add the jab, so footwork and jab for 3 hours. The week after that, they got to do the cross. I mean, they do some skipping rope and some push-ups and stuff like that. But I asked him, like, don't you lose a lot of students that way? Like, don't people want to come in and do, like, learn more? And he's like, if I have a new student and they can't spend 2 weeks learning how to do proper footwork and the jab, I don't want to train them. And all of his students were really, really good. Within 6 months to a year, they were really tough to spar with because they had great fundamentals. They had great footwork, strong stance, and a good jab. So you don't need fancy stuff to get better. Focus on the basics. Again, even if you're more intermediate, more advanced, focusing on the basics is always gonna be more important than all the fancy combinations and flying elbows and that type of techniques, okay? So focus on the basics. When you're at home, 2 to 3 minutes a day, your footwork and your jab and your stance can be much stronger in the end, and all your other techniques are gonna be better too. So if you'd like to see something more advanced, like how to do other things while you're training at home, let me know in the comments below. I was thinking about doing that video on teeps and jabs and crosses. Let me know if you'd like to see that. I'm gonna be making more videos on what you can do at home to get better, so make sure you hit subscribe and hit the notification button too, so you get all those videos when they come out. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.